Joining me now, a congressman who sits on two committees conducting major investigations into the president and his associates, Democratic Congressman Jamie Raskin of Maryland. He's a member of both the House Judiciary and Oversight Committees. Congressman, with your Oversight Committee hat first, the news about a whistleblower inside the White House, how big a deal is this?
It's a very big deal. You know, she went to 6 supervisors. She went to her immediate supervisor, Carl Klein. She went to his supervisor, Mr. Price. She tried to reach people in the White House counsel's office. She exhausted every avenue of trying to get the administration to take this seriously, saying that there were dozens of people, at least 25 people, who got security clearances, who the professional security clearance personnel thought should not have them in any way, and they all gave her the back of the hand. And she came to our committee basically in desperation, saying that this was her last stop and her only hope. And she's terrified and frightened about being retaliated against, because already she's seen them make moves to retaliate against her.
Just to be clear about this individual, she does not have, I mean, my understanding is White House staff don't have whistleblower protections. She did this at enormous risk to her job.
The tremendous risk to her job, her security. She said that she basically couldn't live with herself if she let her country down in this way, and her family down, and her children, and her future. So what we're talking about is people whose job it is to determine whether someone presents a security risk to the country. And there are a series of categories that they can use to say this person really should not be given security clearance. One of them is involvement with foreign countries, foreign influence. Another is a criminal record. Another is business conflicts of interest, and so on. But they have to be very serious and substantial things. She said that in at least 3 cases, 2 involving senior White House staffers, 1 involving someone from the National Security Council, they raised multiple problems in these cases and were just overridden very quickly. She protested that her superiors certainly had the right to do it, but they should state precisely why they were doing it, why they were overruling the professional staff, set it forth, and explain what mitigating circumstances there were to negate the findings of the professional staff that these people presented a security threat to our country, and they didn't do it. So far, the White House has not turned over a single document or granted a single interview that Chairman Cummings and the committee have asked for, and we're going to demand that we get this information, and we're going to get to the bottom of the utmost seriousness and importance to the American people.
I mean, the president has the authority to grant security clearance to basically anyone he wants, at least under the sort of understanding we have of the National Security Act and the system that's set up. What does it indicate to you that they've lied about it repeatedly?
Well, we don't know why they're lying about it. It doesn't look good that they're trying to basically pack the administration with people who can't pass a basic security clearance process. And these are expedited, so it's not like they're waiting around for years. They do a very serious, intensive search, but they go right to the front of the queue. I mean, I've got a lot of constituents in the 8th District of Maryland who wait months or more than a year to get their security clearance. These people got attention right away, but they came back and they said, we did the background check and these people don't pass it. And the administration, the White House, just flipped it over.
Final question on the Judiciary Committee. It seems that the chairman wrote back to Barr, and it looks like your committee will move forward with to subpoena the Mueller report. Is that right? This week, if they do not get it delivered, which it looks like it will not happen.
Well, I believe that a majority of our committee will vote to grant the chairman subpoena power. Whether or not it issues this week or not, I just don't know. I mean, that's going to be within the discretion of the chairman to determine when it goes out. But this, too, goes right to the question of whether we're going to allow ourselves to be stonewalled by the administration. We are the Article 1 lawmaking branch of government. We have a right to all of this information that we're asking for, and they have no right to play games with us and to play hide-and-go-seek, for example, with the Mueller report. I mean, you know, we've been waiting more than 2 years for this, and it's just a scandalous situation that the Attorney General would interpose himself in the situation, declare that the president is not guilty of obstruction of justice when the special counsel wouldn't do that after 2 years of investigation, and then withhold the critical document in the case. We want the report.
All right, Congressman Jamie Raskin, thank you.